There are all kinds of things that make a city into a city. I mean, we've got a symphony, an opera, we've got our own hip-hop style, we've got lofts and restaurants and galleries, all good stuff. But tonight, Anne-Marie Berger discovers something I didn't know we had, something that really turns the urban into the urbane.
These students studying to get their master's degree in music theater at Webster University are preparing for their very own cabaret, and the intimacy of the classroom is a good place to start.
Night with nothing really happened.
It lets the people really hear the stories and feel the emotions of the singer, as opposed to jazz, as opposed to rock and roll or a big pop concert or something like that. It's a different kind of experience. But he gives you a lot to work with.
Steve Ross would know. He's been a cabaret performer for more than 4 decades, and the New York Times once called him the Crown Prince of New York Cabaret. However, Ross's career expands well beyond New York City, and he recently spent some time here in St. Louis to perform and teach.
Done beautifully. How long did you work on that song?
This is the first time I've done it.
Get out! Get out! Are you serious?
I haven't done it. For the future of the world.
As Ross teaches the tricks of the cabaret trade to these future superstars, opportunities to perform are becoming more plentiful throughout the United States. But over time, cabaret has become a word that describes all kinds of venues.
In South Dakota, it means topless. So, I mean, they use the word cabaret meaning all kinds of different things. But it's in its evolved way that you see, it's strange. It's only an urban phenomenon.
With St. Louis's urban renewal, this city has seen a resurgence in cabaret performances. The Sheldon Inn Grand Center hosts its own cabaret series, while right down the street in Savor's Flim Flam Theater, their cabaret is in its first season.
A cabaret is an intimate room, tables and chairs, drinks, add a piano, a wonderful singer, and cabaret becomes a home for the heart.
The cabaret at Savor has come to be because of a local man, Jim Dolan, and his experience with this entertainment. He's not a performer. After he was introduced to cabarets while visiting New York, he simply became a fan.
One night, instead of going to see a play, I went to see a cabaret. And the first cabaret I ever saw was Steve Ross.
I took a trip on a train, and I thought about you.
And I fell in love with the show and the art form.
And I thought about you.
It started to germinate with me. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do this in my hometown.
So he did. With no experience as a show producer, Dolan launched Savor's first cabaret series this fall. One of the acts featuring Steve Ross.
Let's fly away and find a land that's warm and tropic, where Roosevelt is not the topic all the livelong day.
But what makes a cabaret a cabaret? Generally, they can be defined by the venue, tables set around a stage where people eat and drink and watch a performance. But these performances aren't intended to be background entertainment. It's a show that often combines comedy, music, theater, dance, and storytelling, involving the audience by drawing them in emotionally.
Voyez, près des étangs, c'est quoi aux eaux mouillées?
Because the cabaret is about self-expression. It's delivering the song, but putting it through your own feelings and telling the story of the song. I mean, you could sing a cabaret act composed of anything, I mean, I sing French and songs in my show, and you can pick from anything, any era, except I guess you could do a rap song in a cabaret. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I
yet,
guess so. It doesn't have to be something that's necessarily
no, it just
Frank
has to be
Sinatra
something that works for you and that is generally able to be played by piano.
But what I liked the best in Mira was everybody knew my name.
So to be a good cabaret performer, talent is only a part of it, albeit an important one. But without the ability to connect with the audience and bare your soul in a way, the experience is lost.
Here's Oscar Hammerstein's recounting of how the song came to be written. This was the only song I've ever written under any kind of compulsion. The Germans had just taken Paris, and I couldn't get my mind on anything else at all. I loved that city very much, and I hated the idea of its falling.
But the perfect performance is a team effort.
And you really can't do it if the crowd isn't meeting you a little bit halfway. It's more like a theatrical experience in that regard than a jazz. Jazz, you know, chat, listen. But in a cabaret, you want that thing to happen in between you and the singer. You want, you know, give me that stuff. That, you know,
as the audience member?
Yeah, as an audience member. And then the reward is this very nice experience.
It's using the melody, some of the greatest melodies of our cultural history, and using the lyrics, which are some of the greatest lyric poetry of our cultural history, to tell the story that is in all of our hearts.
The last time I saw Paris, her heart was young and gay. I heard the laughter of her heart in every street cafe. The last time I saw Paris, her trees were dressed for spring, and lovers walked beneath those trees, and birds found songs to sing.